That's what I'm talking about. Hell yeah, I woke up to the good news this morning. Of course, I've been too tired and too busy to freaking stay up and watch the World Series. I've been a bad Rays fan. I know, and I've never been the hugest Rays fan. Anytime I would watch college baseball, I would pull for them. I mean, college baseball, but it's just baseball in general is just boring and slow to watch. Now, it is fun to go to the games, but sitting there and watching it on TV sucks. So I do go to Braves game every now and then, and the Battery is an amazing place. I used to live right there next to the Battery, so for a couple years, I was in the heart of Braves country right there at the stadium, and we would go eat, food and watch the game, and it's an awesome place. And so I actually went to a Braves game this year to get this sweet hat. See, check it out. It's got the Brave and Georgia Tech colors and got Georgia Tech on the side. Isn't that pretty cool? I think so. So anyway, I'm pretty stoked about that. Woke up to the good news this morning. Haven't been able to, catch any of the World Series games just because I'm tired. But anyway. So all the Georgia fans are happy right now with me and the Braves for celebrating that. But I'm about to dash it all quickly because I noticed a lot of new faces around these parts from a certain Georgia video maker. And I just want to lay down the law around here, all right? This is no nut-hugging, freaking whacking the freaking Bulldogs off, talking about how they're the best team. No. On the Sea-Dog channel, the Bulldogs suck. And I'll explain to you why. Yeah, that's right. It's only a matter of time before Kirby Dumb and his clown posse blow it, like they always freaking do. You think the Braves have freaking broke the Atlanta curse? And Atlanta? You're not even in Atlanta. You're in the poop hole of the state of Athens. What a crappy place that is. You think they broke the curse for you? You got another thing coming. It's just not how it's going to work for Georgia this year. You're going to choke and continue to do so as you've always done. Georgia's, they're not winning all this year. They can't beat Bama. Just can't. And Georgia fans have short-term memory loss when it comes to that. They're like, oh, my God. They freaking they're the best team in the world in the offseason. They get overhyped, which is where they're at now. Then they freaking blow it, inevitably, in the postseason. And it's only a matter of time. It's only a matter of time. And you guys keep freaking thinking that you're going to beat Bama. Then you lose to them. Then you're like, oh, my God, we're never going to beat them. Then the next time comes around, and you're all hyped up to freaking beat them again. And it's the same thing. Georgia fans are the dumbest fan base I've ever encountered. The dumbest. So it's only a matter of time before Kirby and the gang blows this one. And, we're Georgia sports fans, right? So one World Series is far more than enough for this state than two national championship. So that's not happening. And I'll tell you what. A lot of people are saying, oh, my God, Georgia's the freaking far and away the best team in the country. Hell no, they're not. Hell no, they're not, dude. And I know that it's like, they're undefeated. Well, great. Well, if you look at, God dang, dude. Florida's awful. Arkansas, they're terrible. Your best win, Clemson, good God. We almost beat Clemson. Your best win's Auburn. And, Auburn's in a first-year head coach. Okay? And, oh, my God. Okay. You beat an undefeated Kentucky. Well, you know who else also just beat Kentucky? Mississippi State, which you guys have been saying Mississippi State's so trash. Who beat Texas A&M? Who beat Alabama? And you've been trash-talking Alabama for losing to Texas A&M, who lost to them. Well, which is it? Is Mississippi State a good team or a bad team? Because it goes both ways now. It doesn't apply, and now it's not applying to you. So you gotta let me know. Is Mississippi State good or not? Seems like they're pretty trash, and it seems like the gap between Georgia and Alabama and the rest of the college football world is not what it seems. That's what I'm saying. So you guys, I'm sure, cruised in, saw me at my low point this weekend. I get emotional while I'm watching freaking games, right? Obviously, I was pulling for Florida. It didn't happen. Well, Florida blows this year. I mean, they're terrible. Dan Mullen won't recruit, and it's just, they just suck. Am I impressed by that? No. So, big whoop. You freaking beat Florida, Kentucky, a bunch of other scrubs. And look who you got left on the schedule, man. Mizzou. You're going to come into the dang SEC championship, which Georgia did clinch the East this year. Worst division of football. And clinched it. And so they're going to the SEC championship. They're going to go in there with fat heads because they're undefeated, and Alabama's got one loss. And they're going to get stomped again by a real coach who's your daddy, Nick Saban, and it's going to be the same story over again, and Georgia fans are going to be so heartbroken. And, hey, let's be real. You'll probably still get in the playoffs where you'll get stomped again by Nick Saban. Probably twice in a row because you'll probably be 1 of 4. So, I can't wait for this. I can't wait for Nick Saban to come in. And it's going to be funny because you'll probably have them beat in the first half with Stetson Bennett. And I haven't even mentioned Stetson Bennett at all. JT Daniels is back and healthy and everything. Everybody was expecting him to get the start in this game. No. Your coach is Kirby Smart. And you guys whack him off all day. And guess what? He freaking gets to put whoever he wants at quarterback. And he likes the fish and country boy at quarterback, even if he blows and he's 4.5 feet tall. And as long as Stetson Bennett's your quarterback, you're not beating Alabama. You're not, going to win the national championship. You might not even win a playoff game unless you get put up against some of these other scrubs. I mean, look around at the college football world. The parity this year is awful, and Georgia really has no excuse to win. And they're going to piss it away because they put the gnome at quarterback. Just watch. Just watch them freaking piss it away when the stars have aligned. Bama's down, Ohio State's down, Clemson's down, Oklahoma's doing their usual thing. What else you got? Cincinnati, who freaking took you to the wire last year. I ain't forgot about that. I was there for that one. Possible Georgia and Cincinnati meet up again. I don't know. They underrated them a little bit in the playoff rankings, but we'll see. I bet they'd be awful sore from last year. I bet they'd be awful sore. I bet they give you a run for your money, too. Might trip up. And that hot pod that you guys got, what a joke, dude. He's missing field goals left and right. He made a miracle. It took a miracle last second, a freaking kick last year to beat Cincinnati. That's the highlight of that guy's career. He has missed... He keeps embarrassing himself. The days of Blankenship are over. I'll tell you that. So you gotta scrub at kicker. You gotta scrub at quarterback. You're just terrible. You're gonna lose. You're not gonna be able to win with that. You got Kirby Dumb as your coach, and that's your biggest downfall. And who's ever heard me criticize Kirby's defense? He can recruit like hell, and he can run a damn defense. But unfortunately, you need more than a defense. Back in the day, back in 1980, defense was good enough to win championships. Not no more. Look at Iowa. Yep, they were the number 2 team, and all they had was defense, and they relied on turnovers for their offense. And it's just not sustainable. And that's why Kirby gets joked on so much. That's why you guys wonder why Kirby gets clowned on. He recruits all this. He comes up just short of winning the national championship and beating Nick Saban every time. And it's because he's a defensive coach. And he can't just freaking put it on. He can't get out of his own way on offense. And it's the same story every year. And it's going to happen again this year. And I hate to break it to you, puppy dog fans, but you're going to be crying and running away from Sea-Dog. But you know what? I've taken a few losses cheering for the teams this year. And, I hope the Bulldogs lose every game. That's okay. They got the talent. eventually these recruits are going to get sick of watching being sold a bill of goods when they come to Georgia. Not to mention, Kirby can't get these dudes drafted in the first round. I think they had one last year. Their entire secondary gets wiped out, right? And and they're like, oh my God, our secondary is gone. They're the best secondary I've ever seen, and they're gone. Well, the highest one to get drafted was drafted like 26th in the first round. And so Kirby just can't get these players drafted in the first round. That's what 5 stars are supposed to be. They're supposed to be first-round draft picks. And Kirby won't do it, even on his so-called amazing defense. So I wonder if you could explain that. Anyway, I thought I'd lay down the law a little bit around here for any of you new folks. And for you whom sent them to me, and you know who you are, I had to respond with violence. So, that's all I got for today. Can't wait for the freaking collapse of Georgia. It's going to be great. And to hell with Georgia, and I'll see you guys next time.